Alrighty, Ella, it's your 8th birthday today. I love you, I miss you. And just like always, we're gonna send you up some balloons. Three, two, one. Happy birthday, Ella. When the doctors told me my son suffered global brain damage, I didn't initially comprehend it. I didn't know what that looked like, but I wasn't afraid of it. I just asked them would he live, and they said if he did, he wouldn't live a normal life, but I didn't care. I was prepared to do whatever it took to give him the best life he could have if he made it. The first thing I ever said to my son was, if you want to live, all you gotta do is fight, and I'll do my part to fight with you. I didn't know anything about being a daddy, especially to a boy who have special needs, but I stepped up and I was willing to learn what that would take. I mean, the idea of having a disabled son didn't scare me. Leaving the hospital empty-handed did. And so many times that seemed like that would be the case, but no matter what life threw at him, he just kept fighting back. And when the doctor said he wouldn't, he would. And after 63 days in the NICU, he was finally able to come home. And at that point, it was on me to keep him safe and give him the best chance at life. I learned about his diagnosis and how to give him the care he needed. And most of that just came from spending time with him, paying attention to him and his patterns, trying to figure out what all his brain was still capable of. I spent every day by his side making sure I was doing my part for him. And if he had any chance to regain any of his brain function, I wanted to give it to him. I mean, he showed me he wanted to live, so I tried my best to adapt my lifestyle to one that would benefit him. When I learned about hyperbaric oxygen therapy and that it could help him possibly get some of his brain function, I knew I wanted to get him that treatment, so I made it my mission to get him there. I streamed every day, I told his story, I utilized every outlet I could, and in about 3 months, I raised enough money to get him that treatment. And I wholeheartedly believe the treatment helped, but the significance of my son's injury started to set in, and I realized the idea of him ever being able to smile or cough or swallow, even blink, was far-fetched. And that meant in order for me to keep my promise I made to him, I would have to sacrifice more than I could ever imagine. But I made him that promise and he was counting on me, so I just embraced the challenge in life of a special needs dad. I knew I would have to make an investment that wouldn't yield any monetary residuals or nothing the world calls success. I don't have money, I don't have a career, I don't have a house, I don't have a spouse, I don't have a social life. But I got my son and I got his health. That was my investment. I make the investment every day to do whatever I have to do today to get him to tomorrow, because that's the most important thing in my life. And that's an investment I thought nobody could ever take from me. Until I got a custody order in the mail saying that I had no parental rights. The son that I cared for since the day he was born, the son whose birth certificate I signed, the son who has my same exact name isn't mine unless a judge grants it. So for the past year, I've been caring for my son every day while representing myself as a father in family court. I mean, our day-to-day life is hard enough. And family court is just not something I feel like I should be fighting, but I realize I can't do it myself. My son's life is fragile, and for the past 7 years, I've sacrificed everything to protect it. I've attended hundreds of appointments, hospital stays, specialist visits. I've handled his care, his medication, coordinated with his doctors. I know my son more than anybody in this world, and it's my job to advocate for him like I've been doing his entire life. But what I gotta say can't be said without a lawyer, and I can't afford for a decision to be made and put him in danger or jeopardize his future. Trial is November 17th, and I need legal guidance immediately to protect my son's best interest. If you know anybody who practices family law in Jackson County, Missouri, Division 16 that may be willing to help us, please pass this along. And if you're able to donate anything to help me secure an attorney so I can fight for my son, I would appreciate it. If you know me, you know my son is the most important thing in my life. I know how it feels to bury a child. I spent 8 birthdays at the cemetery, laying flowers and bears and letting go of balloons. And I don't want the court to make a decision that might end in me having to release balloons twice a year. I can't let my pride get in the way of me getting help for my son. And I'm not too proud to ask for help, so I can keep fighting. Cause as long as he's here, I still have something to fight for.